Hello, this is Julie Molly from Hammer, Montana. It's on Hammer Holly Village website, and today is Tuesday, July 14, 2020. And let me take a look at the flash. Here's my USB flash drive running Windows 10 on your HP Pavilion Entertainment Multimedia machine. Let's go to get started. What you see, have to see here is that I'm not available from this PC. I should be up to date, and I have to make sure that this thing, I'll give you what's on it right here. So when we go ahead and type your passcode, see Windows 10 on here because I have to have it available from this local PC drive. I just have to make sure that this thing it's on right here. So what I have to see here, I'm going to have it available for this Windows. This is complete this Windows version as from 2015. And eventually I always just have to see it that way because I just have to make sure that this thing, if you got the has to be performance there. It always works on computers. Alright, it takes a little bit to go because I just have to available for this PC, and we'll just have to make sure that this thing, if you're talking about shipping today, these USB IECs, and I did always just have to see it. Highlight, you got the user information you see, and you got some performance there. Together and in order. So this thing has USB server up to date. This is easier but smarter. And then we have to make sure that this thing, like the has the performance there, they can load the applications. I just have to see it. Wait, I just have to show you. I don't have to. This is how we did. And let me go to start menu and click on the documents. No. Alright. Copy here. So you see, this is how much we're going. You can always you get the CD-ROM titles. But you know, always have to see it. But then we just have to make sure that this thing that you have to use to run Windows 10 system on here. I got a couple minutes to go, and we always have to make sure that this thing. I'll show you what this what we did, and I have to wait patiently, and you get the performance there. Together and in order. So this thing have to use the PC used to run Windows 8 on here, which is I only have to make sure that this thing. I have to take care of my floppies, and the end. Which is I don't have to make sure that this thing has fast for performance there and load the applications. Take about 14% to go and 15% to go. How much is simple? It takes about a couple more minutes to go. Which is all I have to make sure that this thing. I know it's to see it that way. Because I'll just have to make sure that this thing has the USB performance there. Together and in order. So this thing, Windows 95 or 98, 2000 XP, this or 7 or use for 8.1 on here. Because I always assist because you should always say, wait, I have to make sure that this thing, and take about a couple more minutes to go, and but just only have to make sure for this thing have to be performance there. Which is only have to make sure for this thing have to be performance there. And we just only have to make sure for this thing, and I have to take about 30% to go, and we just only have to make sure for this thing has some performance there. Alright, so let me have to show you for this thing. And I'll get your USB flash drive. Right, the file is completed, and let me just have to make sure this thing. I use a gigantic summer weekend, and but you'd only have to make sure for this thing that you use the performance there. Alright, let me go ahead and just copy the files and I'll be ready for help you real quick. So, I have to do it. Well, I'll be right back. So I'm copying these files right here. I'm just gonna have to see it that way. You have to what's on the fly right here. But let's take the USB flash drive right out right now. There we go. You always have to make sure that this thing up here you got the USB performance there. And you have to see that way. Let's check this icon right here. So this thing right here is called Microsoft Edge. But this thing have to see it is that Drewby's Nostalgia gets its USB we used to run Windows 98 on here. Well, let's check for updates and see what it looks like at the same time. Why don't we go ahead and do click the new application and help it get started right here. What would you have to see here is that I usually got the USB performance there. You have to go to the internet directly. USB number 1. You have to download pictures of GIFs. I just have to use the Valve browser. No. Alright, let's go to the scanner version. What was the app today? I forgot. Tracking updates. Oh, or not. Alright, let me go do an application and I'll be back. With this flash drive, you always just make it happen, and I always have to make sure that this thing, I have to take care of it for this PC drive, which is only have to make sure that this thing, I have to take care of my Diet Pepsi. And this is a SanDisk on here. Look at the barcode on here. Yeah, so let's put that away. Okay, so really good answer. This has been Microsoft Edge for Windows 10. So what I have to see here is that obviously I always have to make something, which is only have to make sure for this thing. I have to for what's under the about window. Let's go on to show you how to classic control panel right now. Let's see, we got east access. There'll be, which is only have to make sure you got the text-to-speech information, because upload it. There's an open browser. I use the best thing to do it. I have to type your key. Hold on. There we go. Let's listen to this. I got text-to-speech like Microsoft David. So let's want to see about what. I had a stupid news for you. Let's listen.
Hello. I have a stupid news for ya. Great Falls, Montana gets a coronavirus until we get doomed.
Okay, thanks Microsoft David. Okay, obviously always says I have to make sure for this thing, have you got the FPP performance there. Which is only have to make sure for this thing, I got the DVD starter icon right here. And rule number 2 right here. Okay, that's about it for this video. I'll see you again later for next one. So, this is Dewey Melly signing off on Tuesday, July 14, 2020. Goodbye.